Well, welcome back. Only been a couple of moments for me. Probably more for you. But I've got the Copperbell. I've still got the Copperbell Mines duty finder going on. And in the meantime, we will go to Thal's respite, whatever. I probably should have looked that up during the break. Oh, it's cloudy. No. No. There's actually a really awesome, when it's all clear. Oh, we can still kind of see it. It's just awesome looking at this old place. All the ruins and everything right here in the wall. It's just so cool. And then you have the bridge. I just wanted to share that because it looks so cool. And we got the high bridge. Nothing really too much over there to see, unfortunately, but there are quests over here, should we be so inclined, at a later time. But as it is, we're just going to go this way. The level 25 axe beak. I would argue that he probably wouldn't be too happy to see me. Bumble beetles. It's amazing how the level difference changes from just like around the corner. And here we go. Slightly familiar decorations to the last place. And here we go. The hidden chapter of the Yawning Abyss presents a trial that challenges the accumulated knowledge and skills of a single thaumaturge. You must employ all the tools at your disposal if you hope to seize victory. Oh. I kind of want to do this, but I don't want to lose the... You know what? We're all the way out here. We'll withdraw. Ooh. Void Herald, though. Interesting name. Next threat. They're calling it a Joss, but it reminds me of the old, the Drolls from Dragon Quest. So everything's asleep now. Burn the void stuff. Burn the void scent. Ooh, the void jump. That one just looks creepy. Move out of the way before casting Thunder, because I don't like to be hurt. Ooh, we have 2 stacks now. We're getting there. And we burned him. I can't stop shaking, but I think this may actually be excitement. The primal energies of Thaumaturgy at your man, there's no threat you cannot overcome. You need to reconsider some of my strategies. And that guy's just like, yeah, whatever, I'm gonna sit. Imagine my siblings. What towering enemies you might topple should you stand firm together. Unfortunately, now I have to redo my duty finder. But such is life. We'll return back to Old Daw. I should have known something like that was going to happen too. It just seemed too easy. But oh well. Let's see what Kokobuki has to say. Okay. Looks like my gear is currently better than all of that, except that staff. Ooh. Oh, my armory chest is full, and I know why. I'll be okay. I will fiddle with the armory chest later. So, in the meantime... Oh, we don't want to go over there. I haven't been all the way over there. In the meantime, we've got a couple of things to do. But nothing too crazy. That's the Immortal Flames. That's their base. Let's see. Way of the Samurai. We can't do that until level 50. We don't have the decorated copper scepter. That is something for later. So I think I'll show you something for the character sheets at the moment. Because the character sheets are pretty decent. So you got our normal stats. HP, MP, and then it's broken down into strength, dexterity, vitality, intelligence, and mind. It's not too off of Dungeons and Dragons in that way. Just the numbers are a lot higher. Then you got the offensive and defensive properties. Critical hits, duh. You got determination, which is the damage dealt by both physical and magical attacks, as well as how much healing you do. So determination's not a bad stat to have. Direct hit affects the... It's kind of like bypassing the armor on Fantasy Age. So your attacks will do more damage if you you score a direct hit, and they'll also do more damage if you score a critical hit. Two different ways of going about the same thing. Defense and magic defense, duh. Physical properties, attack power and skill speed. Those don't really affect mages per se. Just because attack power is how much your standard normal attack is going to do. That's not one of the special abilities. Skill speed affects the casting and recast timers of weapon skills and auto attacks, but also affects how much damage your damage over times do for when you're melee. Our stuff is the attack potency, duh. We don't really have any healing, so that doesn't matter. And then spell speed, which affects the casting and recast timers of spells. Back when this was a number that went up with your class, too much spell speed you could actually cast spells fast enough that you could not regenerate it fast enough. So people used to try to balance that out a little, quite good. Average gear item level. Our current average item level is 18, mostly because we still have both of these rings are level 1, even though they arguably the best rings that we can have, at least for now. We're getting to where we can start crafting and equipping specialized rings. Then you have roll, tenacity, affects physical and magical damage dealt and received, as well as HP restored. Higher the value, the more damage dealt, the more HP restored, and the less damage taken. It only applies to tanks. And then piety affects MP regeneration, and that only applies to healers. So they're good, but not really that good. They're not really going to help a whole ton with anything. So that's where we're looking at there. Since hopefully we only have... This is always just an approximation. As a DPS, it's usually longer than that, although you hope not. I wonder if it'll let me do that. I know, I'm all squirreled at the moment because it takes so long. But this is one of the hazards of playing an MMO over tabletop games. Tabletop games, you generally don't actually have to wait for your party. Usually. Sometimes you're ready to go and everybody else wants to know the entire life story of a NPC that was supposed to just be a throwaway. What is my loyal manservant? My not so small fortune in prizes ably won by yours truly in the gold saucer. You have heard of the gold saucer, nay? Ye gads, woman, you might at least try to keep up with the times. Thrill at the sight of majestic birds roaring down the straits at the chocobo races. Pit your wits against your peers in triple trad tables. With the gold saucer, one can do all this and more. And know what you're about? You'll walk out a wealthier woman when you've entered. Than when you entered. It's a better place to shake off one care than a grueling day of promenading. I've never heard... Did I mention the prices? But I dare say you'd rather discover them yourself. Yes, I'd wager you're wondering just in how Thal's good name you can experience the wonders of the gold saucer firsthand. Am I right or am I right? This has been my lucky day. I don't see why it shouldn't be yours. I just so happen to have a spare golden airship ticket, you see. Consider it a gift from me to you, my lady. Just show the ticket to the fine lady over at the landing, and you'll have a seat in the next airship bound for revelry and riches. Be fairly warned, though, you may expect no mercy from me should our paths cross at triple triad tables. Nay, not so much as an alms. So we've got that. Oh yeah, I won't show you. I think there's one other quest that I can pick up that's over here. It's a little bit of jogging, but it happens. Boop. Jump over the marmots. And then we'll go this way. I really wish it didn't take so long once you've got your level to get some of these things. Uh-oh. Now I can actually just run through here and not get damaged because I didn't accept this. Yep, there is a quest over here that I was hoping for. Please, hammers, don't hurt them. Oh, I love the names of some of these. Oh, Juggernaut down. I remember right, that's where we start fighting toads and get toad leather. Why toad leather? Because they are giant freaking toads. You saw the toads earlier, but they weren't, well, they apparently weren't tough enough to actually give us any toad leather off of them. We need bigger and stronger toads in order to make toad leather. Do 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 do. No, I don't have my chocobo. I can't sing that song. Something blew up this area. Oh, that's just a plant. Okay. Oh. Somebody who went AFK and was killed by monsters. It happens. Why it's important to get to some place where you're fairly sure that you're safe. You don't actually lose EXP in most of these places when you die, so it doesn't hurt you that much. But depending on where your home point is set, you could be going a ways. That is a lot of colors. Yes, I do. You there, yes, you, the decisively unfashionable adventurer. Gods be good, never in my life have I seen such unapologetic focus on function at extreme cost to form. The mere sight of you fair makes my eyes bleed. As the lover of all things aesthetically pleasing, I cannot in good conscience allow you to continue roaming the realm in your sorry state. I believe your appearance can yet be salvaged through the use of color. I'll teach you how to go about dyeing your outfit, but first I must have a drink. The heat has given me a vicious thirst, and I won't be able to talk for any length of time. Be a dare and buy me a bottle of orange juice at the stall in the northern gate. Fine. Orange juice. There's actually quite a few things here. Crab ball. Yeah, don't eat that. That's for fishing. Yes, we have brought you some orange juice. Better be lucky we have time to burn. Our handy items called colorants, which allow folk to dye their outfits a veritable rainbow of colors. These colorants are so simple to use, adventurers have no excuse to be fashion unconscious. Unless you worry about dyeing that will affect your garment's precious properties, you may rest assured it will not. The practicality you adventurers love so much will not suffer from the change of appearance, a change for the better. It should also gladden you to know that karmas can be dyed repeatedly, so there's no fear of getting locked into one color. A garish pink that seemed to be such a wonderful idea after a couple dozens of red can be undone. And that is what you need to know about dyeing. And we finished that just in time for this. Lots of goblins in here. Oh, looks like we got a Dark Knight. Probably a high-powered Dark Knight, too, from the look of it. You usually don't get shiny stuff like that until you're high-powered. So the little mechanic in here is you find the Snackington. Oh, we'll let them pull the lever then. Oops. Oh well. So you'll find blasting powder through here, which will allow us to continue on our way. Oop. And there is one of those ugly suckers that is the giants in here. Oh, he started running away, so... Immune to my spell. Now in this, we'll hit a couple areas where just think it'll keep us from going forward unless we've cleared out the enemies. Either that or they're just being considerate and letting us kill some stuff. They're being considerate and letting us kill things. It also helps the healers, because if the healers don't have to worry too much about how many things are attacking them, they can focus on other things besides just healing. Ooh. Got caught on a rock. Dude. Swap over to this. Let them blow that. You can tell that our Dark Knight is a pretty powerful guy because really super fancy armor. Sometimes it's fun to have the fancy armor. Sometimes, yeah. There we go. I finally hit something. The flame bows tend to be a little bit less squishy. Oh, there's the boss. It's one of the few times you'll actually see the whole swarms of enemies is in here. It's not terrible, it's just we don't need the Salada, and we really don't need the plundered ear cuffs. Now, as a tank, I usually hate these errant souls. If for no other reason, then they tend to be ranged magic attacks, which can really eat through life very quickly, and you can't pull them in with the rest of the enemies to damage them. So they can be a problem. And here you'll see an enemy called a blasting cat. What the heck? They got that. Now time to go over here. Got another errant soul and the blasting cat. As you expect, they drop the fire sand that we need to go to the next area. Fire sand. And this enemy. Oh my goodness, this enemy. Now we can't actually do anything to this enemy just yet. You see how it explodes and then changes that. It's easy enough, but so eventually improve blasting device. That'll show up. And then you have these guys show up. And it is our job as the damage dealers to take care of those little spriggans that come up that are going to actually stop the spriggans are going to try and put out the blasting cap, usually by killing it before it can explode. Blasting cap's going off. Grab that. Plundered gauntlets. We'll greed. Don't really need either of those. And now we burn them in the pit. We lured them into the pit, and now I burn them all there. Oh, and there's Giant. Usually the Giants are pretty hefty, so and they also have a swipe. Where some of these other ones, you don't really have to worry about standing in front of them as long as you're not being the target. Those guys you kind of have to. Okay. Oh, giant golden axe. Yeah, he's still got one of those old helmets, including bullhorns. Most people will immediately start the fight. They're used to people that have done it a bazillion times. So they don't really wait for you. That doesn't mean you should stop and not watch it. It's a good thing to watch these at least the first time, I think. But A lot of these people, this is like the 500th time that they've seen this, so they don't really want to wait, and I can't blame them. So the mechanic in here is he breaks that wall over there, and then more giants will come out. These giants, instead of focusing on you, will actually first go to another wall over there, and then once that wall is broke so that more of their friends can come out, only then will they attack you. If you have enough experience and power, you can beat him before they'll break the second wall. Back in the old days, we actually used to have to kill the giant. Oh, looks like we're getting everything. The Acolyte's thigh boots aren't that bad, actually. I mean, they're bad compared to what we're wearing now, but... So, we're gonna... Since we're over here, we'll talk to her again. Their synthesis aesthetics simply won't allow it. How can I go out to dress like this? For this day forth, I'll take it upon myself to save you from any more fashion disasters. Go to the Pissed Peist and ask Vulcan. I'll have some blood orange juice. And tell her to make sure there's no pulp in it. I never told anyone so lazy. Would it kill her to come and get it herself? Give her an ilm and she'll take 'em home. There you go, blood orange juice. Some say I have expensive taste, but life's too short to settle for second best. Of course, this extends my choice of wardrobe, too. Yeah, about that. It looks less drab if you knew how to apply glamours. What's a glamour, you ask? Well, they use a glamour prism as a catalyst to project an image of one item onto another. It's just an illusion, but very convincing. It means the original object stays essentially the same, it just takes on a new appearance. Remember, if you fancy a change, you don't have to stick with the same glamour. Just apply another one on top or use a glamour dispeller to return the object to normal. Why sacrifice style for such a humdrum trifle as durability or protection from bodily harm? Limitless possibilities for self-expression are just a couple of glamours away. Go ahead, give it a try, and do make it quick, dear, for my sake. Finding your uninspired attire more and more offensive with each passing moment. So now we can apply glamours. Yep. We'll go through glamours later. And then we will return. Ooh, and we got a green beret out of the deal. Oh, roleplay character. It's nice to know sometimes, because a lot of roleplay characters, they're good people, don't get me wrong. But there's ones that will not break character for anything in this game. And I applaud them for sticking to their guns like that. Sometimes you can play with them. Sometimes you can have fun, even if you're not a role player character. But Wait, what? Mine operations can resume, and Old Doll will have a material she needs to rebuild. Share the good tidings with Propashan the next time I see him. As for you, I want you to report to Momodi. Do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. Ugh. Oh, yeah, nobody wants to... Who the hell are you when you're at home? The dog's master? Oh, looks like we got a pugilist. Ooh, we got Thunder 3. Oh, we got classic right here. Level 11. Level 11 bodyguard. Well, down he goes. There we go. Got rid of him. Showing me a flashback. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. Rather than their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like this aren't easily solved. They tried to make the best of it. It was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek new life. And yes, it is happening to other cities. Although perhaps the Ul'dah is more pronounced. Ul'dah has a reputation for being proper, so it's natural that refugees would try their luck here first. The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire patrolling the street for riffraff? May well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some may be able to find employment and lead honest lives. Peer through the veil of prosperity, and you'll see no end of misery and suffering. So, she did actually oh, hey, we didn't end up on our ass this time. Who said that? I'll overlook this just this once. Yeah. Oh, it's him again. I did not mistake my intent, for it is always honorable. I've been watching you ever since you departed Ul'dah. Played a part of envoy to perfection, confident as a woman on your diplomatic mission should be, yet unfailingly courteous to your betters, and when your travels led you in the midst of danger, you faced it without so much of a flinch. You, my lady, are quite a marvel, and I confess to being quite taken with you. Ah, but my lavish praise continues. Most of all, I was struck by your readiness to aid those in need, even when words were all the reward you could expect to receive. Such selflessness is a rare thing in this day and age. All of which leads me to conclude that you are indeed the one of whom I've been looking for, an adventurer possessed of a rare set of qualities. To be sure, your rescue of that damsel in distress was more of a happy accident, but rescue her you did, and that is what matters in the end. I feel I should mention at this point that I also harbor a burning interest in a certain talent of yours. Speak of your visions. You have been experiencing visions, have you not? Well, it just so happens that I know a woman who shares your talent and can help you understand it. She and I belong to the same organization. We should both be delighted beyond words if you should agree to join our cause. Naturally, there are benefits for being part of such a collective. For one, we would be glad to assist you in realizing your potential as an adventurer. You need not give us your answer now. Think upon it, and if you feel moved to help us, as I pray you shall, speak with Momodi, the ever-lovely and youthful mistress of the quicksand. Tell her the scions of the seventh dawn have found their woman, and she will tell you where to find us. So, we have run over long. So, at least for this moment, I will bid you goodbye.